Hello, Delson video. Welcome to the workshop. Today I figured I had a Lego set over from Christmas, and I figured I would just build it on camera for you. Probably do some talking while it's assembled. Should be a nice video to fall asleep to. I mean, I got everything I need right here. Got a solder. Got that orange, disassembling tool. Make sure I get the Legos undone. I got scissors. I don't know why I'd need them, but they're just on the desk. Now, let's get to work. Actually, wait, this is important. I'm going to stop my recording right now just to see how well that picked up on the camera, quite honestly. Just recorded the beginning of this opening the box. I opened the box, but it turned out the entire video was like horizontal, and no, not horizontal. It was vertical. So I wasted a lot of time doing nothing. But to sum it up, we have 6 bags. I'm wearing a sweatshirt now because it brings the mic closer to my face. The book's thick. Oh, it looks so thick. Oh, that's really funny. A bunch of information. Look at it if you want. This is the Executive Star Destroyer, by the way. That's the Lego we're building. It's the big one. Another separator. We're gonna add it to the pile. Yada yada yada. Put in the book here. Might have to do multiple videos. Maybe I won't have to say it again. I guess I'm gonna find out. But if you don't get another segment like this, then it begins. Alright, we're having a little bit of technical difficulty here. I think the phone might be overheating. It might be. So, we'll see how far we can go. I got the pieces all laid out here. I sorted them a little bit, but mostly by color. I don't want to... Searching for the pieces is part of the fun, you know? It's a little bit like life in that way, you know. You have... Oh, whoops. You gotta go out of your way to find the pieces. And when you do that... Well, I wasn't even looking at the directions, and I was absolutely destroying it. Right, life. You know, it's important that you find your own pieces. And find your own book, as a matter of fact, you know? Don't let someone tell you how to live your life. You live your life the way you want to. Don't matter what anyone else says. If it's you, then be 'em. Put that in the quotes book. Alright. A little bit of fanage here. Got a nice silhouette forming, which is always wonderful. Flip it over and do it again. How's it the opposite way? How delightful. So, I don't really have any fun facts for you, other than the fact that there's a really big ship. The model, I'll put like a photo of it on screen. It has like a little tiny Star Destroyers around it that are minuscule. This thing is big. Give me one moment. Minuscule soda. Now we can start working on this page. Actually, I should try to move this up a bit. Doesn't matter if it gets in the way of the pieces. I'll find them eventually. Making sure that my... Whoops. Trying to make sure my phone doesn't fall asleep on us. Wouldn't want that to interrupt our recording, would it? Again. Looks like we leave a little piece here. Enough for this. That'll be a good measurement for us. What the fuck? Okay, there we go. That was weird. Yeah, not for children, by the way. I probably should have said that. This isn't a children's video. You shouldn't put this on for your child or anything. Oh well. If you found yourself here, you should have figured that out. Alright, get some smooth plates. Make sure that it's nice and smooth to the touch, I suppose. It makes it nicer. Oh, whoops. Missed a step. The light's pretty blinding, but it's a good spotlight to show y'all. I'm sure it's not blinding to you guys, but it's a glare problem. Always was a big fan of Legos. You know, I back at like my 6th or 7th birthday party, I got a... I'll put this on screen as well. I got like a droid, a tank droid, Lego kit, and after I was done getting my presents and having some cake, I just went upstairs and I finished that thing in like under 30 minutes. You know, I guess the signs of autism were always there, but, you know, doesn't mean nothing. Doesn't mean nothing at all. I'm a grown man now. I can get my own damn Legos. Why are we doing green? Would have expected a red or something, but maybe they're sick and tired of that. Shows up nice on camera. Look at that. We're getting somewhere. Right, and then 2 of these little shiny blocks. Little nice blue there. Not sure if they'll ever see the light of day, admittedly, but hey, it's nice that they included them. They got invited to the party, you know? Feels good to get invited to parties. And even if you don't know the people there, you still get a good time in. Most of the time, as long as you don't let your fear control you. That's where most people get it wrong, is they listen to their fear. I am the victim of this as well. It's not to say that it's not human to do, but the important thing is that you beat this fear, whatever fear it happens to be for you, and you do what you want. Some people would think building a Lego set from I guess it's a mainstream franchise now, but from a Star Wars Lego set, no, that's kids. That's kids stuff, and it is. It probably is. But you know, the sword goes both ways. Sword cuts both ways. I mean, to me, like hitting a ball with a wooden bat and then running in a circle. So it seems like a kid's game. I'm not gonna shame them for it. It seems like it'd be fun to play. I don't know how you stand to watch it, but that's not my problem, nor is it my place to judge. We're assembling this little thing they got me going on here. I'm sure it's gonna end up looking pretty nice on the final product. Or maybe we won't see it at all. It's really hard to tell, and I think that's what I like about this. It keeps you guessing. Oh no, this is gonna be oh, that's nice. It's gonna be part of the engines, it looks like. Probably gotta do that. Yep, do that twice. Then they're going to have a big engine in the back, I bet. That is going to be fun to build. Whew. Ain't we already just having a great time? Look at that. That is going in the right place, right? Yes. So yeah, you got these little connection points back here. It's looking pretty good so far. It's first bag done. And it's looking pretty good. Oh yeah, it gives them more of a connecting point there. And also connects these down. Nice. It's about time for bag 2. Alright. Got bag 2. I'll try not to open the bag till I need it. Never mind. I need it right away. We don't have too much room to work with here. We'll put the book over here. Put the pieces over here. Then I'll open you up here. While I was letting my phone cool down, I retconned a thing here. I forgot to put this white piece here, so I just moved it with the orange tool. I wish I could have recorded it. It was very satisfying. Alright. Got this light right here. I don't know why it's there, but that's where it said to put it. Then we have looks like it's going to be the outer wings that we're making here. Black piece and then 2 grays. It feels nice to be picking up an old hobby again. Even if it's just a little bit of Legos on the side after work. While everyone's asleep, I'm building Legos. Though I wish I could do my hobbies more, but I do play a lot of Magic. Though I wish I used to play a lot of Magic. It's one of my favorite games. I got decks over here. You can't see it. I don't want to pull them down because they're stacked up. But I love it. It's a fun game. I just let my fear take over me. Don't really ask anyone to play, even though they would say yes. I just I guess I don't feel like bothering them. But not exactly going through a great period in my life, but eventually I'll get out of that rut that I'm in. Maybe with a little help. And we'll go straight back to being the arch villain of the table. Because I know that I am one. At least I can admit it. They were not ready for me to mill my entire deck and try to kill myself. Live on air. Oh, I'm sorry. Unalive. I'll censor it if it becomes a problem. Got the wings going here. I know these ones are going to be on the outside, so I have a feeling these ones are too. Yeah, put it right there. That'll look good. I got distracted. Right, these 2 fin pieces. Oh, whoops. Whoopsie. Just a little mistake. Best part about a little mistake? You can fix it. Look at that. And most people would make you think it would take a mountain to move that Lego. But me and my scrawny ass can move it just fine. These things bind tight. There's nothing quite like them. Got those like connects, but they don't stay together. Need super glue for those damn things. These things, they snap. I guess that's why they got the patent. And then we need 2 gray rectangles. A little bit of flat 1x1 action. Where the hell? Scared that I was missing a piece. Lego sets, they always seem to come with like 1 piece missing or 1 piece extra. I'm not going to make this another allegory for life, but I think it stands for itself. And we connect that right on top of there. Look at that. Now we're starting to work in 3 dimensions. Ooh, we're continuing. Looks like we'll put this tan piece here. How many is that? It's a 14x2. That's a big one. Then we'll need 3 here. Watch this. It's gonna fit so perfect, gonna blow your mind. I take it back. Oh, we're gonna need to get the tool again. I'm telling you, these things, they're on there. But all you need is just a little pressure. And the pieces come out of place. Don't read into that one about life. Don't read into that too hard. I'm sure that's not good for you to dwell on such things. This piece right here. Oh, so we're gonna barely see it. Wonderful. All of it in all its glory, everybody. Oh, look at that. Perfectly in the middle. That's an ancient technique right there. They're really pulling out all the stops for this one. I guess Star Wars is their best partner. Pull out all the stops for them. Would you look at that? Ain't that funny? Foreshadowing, perhaps, for another ancient building technique. Oh, that one, never mind. That's not ancient. That's forbidden. It's a forbidden technique. Alright, looks like we're going to need to build 2 of these. I am on it. I might be a little bit of a psychopath for doing it this way, but if that's the worst thing that you can call me, then it's pretty bad, actually. But, looks like everything's going pretty well so far. These are too small. Oh, wait, no, it's supposed to be that way. Odd. Where is this going, huh? What crazy corners are they going to have me cut? Oops, I forgot to put them into place. Silly me. Oh, would you look at that? Genius. We'll leave a little notch here. A little notch, and then you can just place it right down. Seamless. This is why they get paid the big bucks, you know? I mean, it must be fun to... It's either fun or miserable to do this. Like, make these for a living. Nah, it's gotta be fun. And then these go here. Look at that. I've been saying that a lot. But hey, you know, what can you do? It's just real nice to get back into it. Also got speaking of, this is a bit of a while ago, but speaking of getting back into hobbies, I got a D&D session prepped out for the boys soon. It's gonna be wonderful. Looks like we're take one last glimpse at this for the bag. Setting that aside for something new. It's good to have some variety. Can't be building on the same piece and just adding to it slowly. You gotta branch out. Wonder what it'll be for. Ooh, that was a crack and a half in my back, that is. Nope. There we go. It's pretty evil. Do things like that. I don't know what I meant by that. I think it's pretty late because this was going to be a time where I expect everyone to be quiet. So we're going to have to make multiple of these, aren't we? What's that, 3 of them? Jeez. And then we need to do one here. And then one here. We're going to have to do this again. I'm looking at the pieces and we're going to have to do this again. Better look good. It's got to look good, right? I don't see why it wouldn't. Look pretty good so far. Oh, is that? What? That's lunacy. Look at this. Look at that. You just slide that into there. Then you have a perfectly aligned angled piece. Look at that. That is, if that doesn't deserve like a like or perhaps even a subscribe, I don't know what's deserving. Yeah, all right. So then we make another one. It shouldn't be too hard. Same thing in reverse. I am a machine. Machine that has been starving to build some Legos. Maybe if building this one goes well, maybe I'll treat myself to another. I did just make room in my closet, which I'm proud of myself. I've been pretty depressed, so I haven't been having time to. Well, I've had time. I've just been spending that time unwisely, laying in bed and whatnot. But you know, I mean, life's got its ups and downs, and you know, I've been feeling it. I've been struggling a bit, and it's been going on for quite a while. But you know, you keep on moving, and eventually you're gonna find what you're looking for. What am I looking for? Couldn't tell you. But when I find it, I'll let you know. I hope this becomes a thing, a recurring thing, because this is nothing short of wonderful. What the fuck is going on here? Pardon my French. Oh, that's I don't like looking at that. Oh. Yeah, I can slide it in first, I suppose. There we go. Perfect. That seems darker than the rest, but that's not important. Odd. Let's do that next. You can see it. Then, oh, that attaches to there? Wow. They really did think of everything. Yeah, and that just slides flawlessly onto there. It must be nice to be so good at something, huh? I won't lie, looking down at this desk is really putting a crack in my back, and it's really not pleasant. But show must go on. I'll get a break in a moment. I've been stopping and taking breaks. I've only been a couple minutes so far, but I might have to take like a day break. I'll tell you if I do. You might want to know. Got a few more bags to go, so. Alright, looks like we're building another part to the ship here. Well, that was... We're building another part to the ship, guys. The ship set, we're building another part to the ship. Yeah, it wasn't very helpful. I don't know how well the microphone is doing, and I'm not going to know until I watch the video back. But I'm pretty sure it keeps poking into my face. So, if you hear that, that's my apologies. Please forgive me, and I'll do better next time. If you don't hear it, hooray. I'm kind of running out of topics to talk about. But, oh, that's all backwards. Yeah, kind of running out of topics to talk about. I guess we can continue talking about this. I mean, this right here. I envy people for a lot of things, but truthfully, the one thing that the people I envy don't have is a lot of free time to do stuff like this. I try to remember that, envy's it's not a great thing to feel, but it is, it's part of life. Do I not have that piece? Uh-oh. Looks like we're missing a piece here. Or no, it's just miscolored. It feels nice to be picking up an old hobby again. Miscolored in the thing. Maybe we just got the wrong color piece. It happens at least once a year, so it's not unlikely that it happened. I feel like I might not have been putting that in front of the camera recently. I won't say sorry, but you know I am. Got another nice snap there. Wish I could bring the camera closer, but it's either you see it or you hear it. I'm sure we can, for the next couple, we'll do some listening. Yeah, shit like that'll put a boner in any man's pants. And a real man, at least. That's a weird brick, huh? It's like a 1x2 flat. Looks like the gold bars they used to make, but like recolored. Maybe it is. I'm sure it'll fit though. That's what I like, is creative reusing of oddly specific parts. Looks like we'll put those there. And we still have one extra. Oh, would you look at that? Oh my. That right there. Almost too big to keep it on camera. We're really shaping up to something here. This is only bag 2. Whew, I think I'm going to give my back a rest. But I should be back instantaneously for you. See you there. But damn, Mama, that's cool. I'm really sorry, everybody. It looks like my phone overheated while I was doing bag 3, and we lost the whole recording. Unfortunately, there's no recovering it, and I'm not disassembling it from the state that it's currently in, so I'll give you a quick sit rep. It's looking pretty sizable. It's mostly this part that got added. It was a pretty small bag, so I don't think we missed out on much, but we're going to be doing bag 4, 5, and 6 over the next day, and I'll put this video together. But for now, finishing my soda, going to bed. All right, moving on to bag number 4. Doesn't look like it's going to be too big, but you know, just because it's a little small doesn't mean it's bad, you know. I mean, it's good to have a big thing, but it's the little things in life that you gotta appreciate sometimes. Not all the time. Definitely not most of the time, but it's good to keep an eye out for them. All right. Looks like we're gonna start with an angled brick up here. Place that nice into place. You know, I just came back from closing shift at work. It wasn't the worst thing in the world, but it's exhausting. You know, customer service ain't a fun profession. I mean, I bet it is for some, but not for me. Not much of a person, at least random people. But you know, you meet all sorts of wild characters. Saw an old classmate, seen a couple old classmates. I suppose it's the benefits of working where I work. Is you'll see lots of different kinds of people, lots of different perspectives, and that's part of the thing that makes this nation that we live in beautiful. Is the unique, diverse perspectives. And though sometimes those people and those perspectives are not something I personally agree with, it's part of the integrity of this country to make sure that we understand their point of view, even if it's a little messed up. You got to think about it like it's probably just as messed up. Your view is probably just as messed up to somebody else, even if you feel like it's completely justified. Even if it seems completely unjustifiable to be against what you say, it's about listening and learning. That's what life's all about. Didn't mean to get for this to get political, but I suppose we're there. I didn't say too much. I feel like I was pretty restrained. If you feel like if that kind of talk's not welcome in your Lego video, you can feel free to dislike the video. That's you get my personal blessing. After all, I understand the not wanting to hear about political talk when you're trying to unwind, especially if you're after a long day of work like me. Lots of fin pieces, but I suppose it's a very angular ship. Really starting to build up here, and that's a nice thing to see. Though the composition is a little weird, but I'm sure that these people that made this Lego set knew what they were doing. I mean, we've seen a lot of amazing things so far. I mean, look at this. That's for making something out of 90-degree blocks. That's impressive. Okay, we missed a piece. This is supposed to go here. But it's stuff like this at the end of the day that makes me realize that it's worth fighting for. This life that we live, even in your darkest hour, you can find something to enjoy. It's wonderful. It's peaceful. This is peaceful, and that's what people fight for, right? Peace, peace in our time. Even if you're fighting a small battle or a big one with yourself or with others, there's fighting towards a greater good. Somebody, at least, somewhere. I'm just rambling on again, but I suppose I've been doing that the whole time. Silly me. Looks like we got a weird, junction here. I don't know if that's coming up well on the camera, but no, you can see that. Interesting designs. They're trying to make it look real. Not fake, but real. And it's coming out wonderfully. Getting some of these odd pieces. Not sure if they're custom made, but they certainly look like it. And then you go here. Look at that. Good place for connecting stuff, I suppose. Alright. 1x2 flat clears. Making sure that everything's in place. I'm not sure if I'm showing up on camera, but I'm sure I'm not getting in the shot at the bare minimum. Well, that's the wrong way to put it. I might be getting in the shot, but I'm not getting in the way. You know what I mean. Though, you're probably fast asleep by now. Sorry to break the fourth wall on you, but I've been talking to an invisible person this whole time, so... What in the hell? What are they having me do? Alright. More connection pieces. And two of these. I don't know what the hell you'd call these. A hinge piece, maybe. 1x2 hinge piece, sure. We'll stick with it. Nice light gray. Fits snug. Snug like a bug in a rug. We're really Bob Ross in it now. Statements like that, we're living up to it. Just without all the sad stuff. Well, maybe a little bit of the sad stuff. Can't always be sunshine and rainbows. You never had a bad day in your life. Everything would just be a little mundane to you, don't you think? Maybe you disagree. But I disagree with your disagreement. Not in a cruel or mean way, just in a obligation to the truth. Alright. Looks like we're going to be connecting these. We'll get it close to the microphone for this one. That's one done. These 1x1 gray squares, not rectangles. Squares. I don't know how I messed that up earlier, but I suppose it is pretty not even late anymore. It's a bit early in the morning, so the senses are a bit off as I build these Legos. Not even, I was meant to say building them for your entertainment, but really I'm building them for mine, and the talking and recording, it's just the gravy on top. if I manage to make someone's day a little better, make someone sleep a little sounder, then I'd say I did pretty good. Wouldn't you agree? I'd agree. Oh, forgot these. Make sure that's in the shot. Yeah, we got. When was that? You know, is if you're a little late to the party, you can be a little late to the party as long as you bring drinks and a beer, maybe some snacks, and a good can-do attitude. They'll let you in. I promise you. I am lost though. I suppose that mirrors my real life. A little bit lost, but that's a-okay. Alright. A lot of funky pieces. Where do you go? It must be here. Yeah. Yeah, right there. As long as you take your time and find your mark, you'll get there in the end. Then get that to the camera. This one's gonna be a good one for the microphone. Maybe it wasn't. I wasn't very loud. I'm sure it'll come out good in post. Put some reverb on it, maybe. Look at that. Perfect. Alright, looks like we get two of these here. Whatever you call them. I like to call them seat pieces because they look good putting sitting minis on them. Then we get light gray piece here and another shiny blue. It's looking good. Still getting a lot of glare here from the light. I'd adjust it, but then you wouldn't be able to see it so well, would you? You're welcome. Though I will pick this up a bit to see better. Oh, the little rat tried to fly away. Rats can't fly, but he certainly did try. Alright, where are these things going? I see. I do tend to whistle a bit. Don't mind me too much. I guess it's just a habit I have, but I like to think it brings a little light in the world, you know? I feel like there's not a lot of people I've met that are annoyed by whistling. I suppose it gets grating by some point, but it's a joyful pastime, truthfully. Alright. Looks like we're doing another mini build here. There's the wants a wedge. A 1x2 wedge, but I don't see it. Maybe I'm just blind. Oh, would you look at that? Blind. Yeah, I didn't have very, I suppose I'll talk about work while I work. wasn't a very eventful day. Average closing shift. Though the candy store in the little place that I work was closing down, so got some good sales. Two for one sodas. That's $2 for $1. That is, and just everything on discount. I mean, sad to see it go, but we had one last hoorah. Gave me a free frap and everything. You love to hear it. You love to see it. I guess you don't love to hear it. I'll miss them. They're very nice people there. But, sign of the times. The grass grows, and everything moves on. Sometimes you wish you didn't, but you gotta move on at some point. Lest whatever is keeping you in place consume you and makes you stagnate. That's what death truly is. Stagnation of the soul. You don't let yourself have any new experiences or let yourself live a little bit. That's the thing that's going to keep you out of heaven. That was a little dark, huh? It's all right. Got plenty of sunshine to beat out that dark, huh? time to move on to the next wing. Sorry, I got a piece of candy in my mouth if you can hear that. If you can't, then not a problem. Been very hesitant to build this Lego set. Wow, I fucked up immediately. Well, that's fine. You can always fix it. You know, I suppose it's a problem of my grandfather. He, God rest his soul, was always a big Star Wars fan. And, I guess any amount of Star Wars just kind of reminds me of him. But, the only way I'm gonna be able to work through that is by, well, working through it. That is a fucked up design. He had a lot of figurines, as a matter of fact. He had them handed out at some point. When we'd made a whole event of it, you know, it was prize based, I suppose. And I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the company of my family and him and my grandmother and whatnot, but just couldn't shake how, is macabre the right word? It just felt, I mean, it was his idea, but it just felt wrong. But hey, I showed up. I was there. I spent not as much time as I wanted to, but as much time as I could with them. What more can you do? Other than make every second count. Alright. On a less depressing note, that looks wonderful. It's a little flimsy, but it looks excellent. Alright, what do you have us do? More things. More things for the thing machine. I think that I will be just fine. I certainly... Oh, whoops. That might not be correct. Or maybe I'm clairvoyant. I was not clairvoyant. Oh, wow, I'm really... One single comment and I'm blown off the beaten path. Yes, and you go there to connect, and then you go here for texture. And that's there for texture too. Yeah, so that piece that went flying off a second ago, that I overlaid with silly music, is just gone. It's like under the bed. It's just gone. Like there's no recovering it. So I guess we'll just continue and pray we don't need it. Yeah, I did it all for the Vader, so you could take that that saber and stick it. All right, back to it. Hopefully, no more technical difficulties. Yeah, that piece. I don't know if I've said it already, but that piece is gone. It's like gone, like double gone, triple gone. It's underneath my bed. It's unrecoverable. But the show must go on. We're just going to hope it's not important. And assemble with a little bit of haste because it's pretty early in the morning. I don't want to get too late to the point where I see the sunrise, you know? But, I mean, I guess that'd be a nice way to end the video. The nice sunrise. It's important to appreciate the beauty in nature and all it brings, even when you're, which is kind of funny because I'm talking about plastic toys, but still, you gotta remember that fiction is just fiction, and it's what's out there that's real. It's very, very healthy to enjoy fiction, to indulge in a little bit of fantasy, but you don't want it to eat up your life. That will not end well. Maybe it will. Maybe you'll make a career out of it. Maybe you'll go far. But I wouldn't bet on it. I wouldn't. This is a bad topic of conversation, especially for someone trying to sleep, trying to dive right into said fantasy I warn you of. I guess I'm just a little bit disillusioned. I've talked about how I've not been doing my greatest, but there's always tomorrow, and there's always a new leaf to turn on, and I will. I promise. Yeah, we're mostly just repeating the same steps at this point. It's not a problem. I mean, every good build's got repetition in it. Yeah, and we're going lightning fast. You know I'm good. You're seeing it. You're seeing how good I am. Yeah, no, that's right. See, that's the problem. Is that I'm letting my doubt get to me because I've messed up a few times while making this, but I'm doubting myself. Oh shit. Well, the past has come back to. Oh wait, no, not yet. Past has not yet come back to rear its ugly head, but it will soon. Soon, that piece that I'm missing. I'm anxious that it will be important. I suppose that's a lot of the problems we have in our modern day is just being anxious. I mean, I am one anxious SOB, let me tell you. And I feel I'd give advice on it to not give in, like I was saying earlier, not giving in to your fear, but it's partially it's that anxiety keeps you alive to some degree. It's there for a reason. It's genetic because it kept somebody alive in the past. Unfortunately, don't have much use for it now. There's the missing piece coming back to rear its ugly head. Is it? I don't know. Nope, I'm wrong. Haha. I'm a winner. See my prize. You're a loser who sits and cries. Wow. It's coming along quite nice. Not quite sure what we're even going to be doing for the last bag, but it's got to be pretty big. All right, the show continues forward. Though I do fear we're going to be missing a piece. That's no problem. We got a lot of extra pieces. I'm sure we can remedy with that. And if we can't, then it's no big deal. I really do, as we're not quite near the end yet. We're not quite over yet, but we are drawing near the end. And I do want to thank you for picking this video to fall asleep to, or if you're still awake, I want to thank you for sticking around. It may not mean much to you, but it means the world to me. Another person hearing my voice in this grim darkness we beheld. Yeah, then. Right there. Beautiful. Whoops again. It's wonderful to have the leg room to make a mistake, to have the safety blanket, proverbially, of course, to fail and still be okay in the end. Maybe that's why I like Legos so much. You can fail as many times as you want, but the book's still there. You can always put it back together. Some things in life you can't put back together, but this is not one of them. Uh-oh. Yeah, we're one short on this side. Oh well. Nothing that can't be fixed. By the power of the human hand, it will be put back the way it's supposed to. Where did the... Oh, there it is. There you are, you big lug. Where the fuck did that come from? Alright, it looks like that missing piece was an extra. And now we're moving on to the thrusters. Ain't that just wonderful? It's been quite the adventure, but we're reaching our conclusion. Alright. Our last little hoorah for the night. Or the morning, I suppose. Looks like we're going underneath. Oh shit, something dropped. I'm gonna need to take this light real quick. She didn't think that this was getting lit by one single light, huh? Harbor Freight Tools, you should go sometime. Not a shell, I promise. Alright, engines. Flip this bad boy under. I know it's pretty. I know you don't want to look at the underneath, but you got no choice. Make all these little thrusters. Find them a happy home. Wow, they're difficult to get in there. Like, really difficult to get in there. Like, holy crap. Need to get better lighting. Wow, these are kinda dog water. These ones are a lot easier. You got big engines and small engines. Every day, I wonder, it's gonna be my last day? I don't mean in a macabre sort of way. Oh, whoops. Oh, wait, no, I was right. See, there I go again, second guessing myself. What was I even talking about? Right. Every day I wonder, it's gonna be my last day, and I don't mean in a self hurting, horrible tragedy kind of way. I mean in the whims of fate tragedy kind of way. You know, am I gonna get blindsided by a drunk driver or something? But I realize at the end of the day, I mean, it matters. It matters immensely if I make it to the next day and get to experience more of life's joys, but you shouldn't worry about stuff like that. Undetermined variables and whatnot. You shouldn't worry about any of that. Looks like all these connector pieces back here are finally being put into play. Pretty sure the lighting got messed up when I took it out to go find that falling piece, but you'll live. I'll fix it in a moment. They're really giving it their all on this set. Whoops. Sorry, I'm not being so talkative. I mean, you're not seeing it, but it's almost 3 a.m. It's not much for me, but I also doesn't mean I'm very talkative at this time. I stay up pretty late usually, but I'm not talking at those times. Got all our engine thrusters set up. Hope the lighting's good for y'all. Still, it's kind of hard to tell with the setup I got going, but we are a little bit crooked. All right, time for the finishing pieces. All right. Start off with a small 1x2 fin piece. Connecting it with another. Tail is old as Legos themselves. Looks like we got a special little rounded pieces. Look at that. I ain't seen that before. As I said, pulling out the big stops. All for their best client. Oh wait, I see what we're doing now. The ship itself, I'm pretty sure is done. We're doing, on the box, it showed a bunch of little tiny Star Destroyers. I suppose we're doing those now, because this thing, by scale, is quite big compared to a regular Star Destroyer, which is already real big. But compared to this thing, It's a tiny little, pathetic little speck. Look at how cute that is. And that is our size comparison. Looks like we're attaching it to the ship itself. It's kind of sad when you look at it that way. There's probably like tens of thousands of people in that. I think Vader's overcompensating for something. Maybe a lack of hands. Lack of non-robotic parts. Wink, wink. I don't know what I'm on about anymore. I just know that I must push forward. We can't leave a project half-finished. Though that's another weakness of mine, is not knowing when to rest. Pushing forward, even when I should stop. Then sometimes I do the opposite. But I suppose that's the duality of mankind. Sometimes you do one extreme, sometimes you do the other. Maybe someday you'll find a middle ground. Looks like this one was supposed to be the long one, and this one, these two are, no, they're about the same size. I think I'm just tired. I guess it's got more of an effect on me than I assumed. Now they're attached. And now I assume, oh, lost an engine there. Luckily, not in the void of space, so won't do too much damage. Now, oh, why are we doing this after we've built the small things? You think we would put on the small ones afterwards, but I suppose they gotta fit on the stand. Alright. About that far. And our final finishing touch is coming up. It's been a treat. Though that's what it always is when you build Legos. It's a treat. Not something you do all the time, but something you savor while you do. Like a cookie or a ice cream on a hot day. You know, I don't know what I'm gonna do after this. Go to bed. Maybe have some decision paralysis for a few minutes. Got a problem with that. But we're working on it. As everyone does. As everyone should work on their problems. I'll just kind of lock up thinking about what to do. Should I join the Discord call or not? Should I invite them somewhere? Should I try to play a game with them? And then I'll sit there wondering if I want to be in quiet solitude or raptured over stimulation. Sometimes it's hard to tell. Sometimes you don't know until you go. Every word I said in this video, normally when we do Delson, it's a bit in earnest, you know. It's supposed to be a goof. It's supposed to be for laughs, but I meant every word. I'm got a pretty bad habit of lying. Obviously, entertaining people by telling jokes. That's not like a bad thing, but I do have a habit of lying when I shouldn't. It felt nice to just talk about the truth. Just saying what's on my mind. And saying it like I mean it. 'Cause I do. And if you're one of those people like me, you lie too much, even when you shouldn't, even when you have no reason to, and it wouldn't benefit you in any way, or shape, or form. Build you a Lego set. Record you a video. Just talk. I guess I find it a lot easier to talk to Legos in an invisible head than people. As sad as I feel saying that, it shouldn't be that way, but you get pricked one too many times in this life, and you end up not wanting to bleed. Oh, whoops. I was getting so deep and philosophical there that I wasn't even reading the instructions. Maybe you should read into that one. Stop trying to be philosophical or trying to make a point. And instead of trying to make a point, make something else. I'm not sure if any of the things that I'm even saying are making any sense, but that's what the early hours do to you. I'm keeping them in the video anyways. It seems dishonest not to. I will say this stand is it's kind of cool. It'll be even cooler when it's done. Okay, they were right. I should have done this like this. And it looks like we're just doing detail work now. Oh, we lost another engine. These things, they really don't want to stay in place. I guess that's the inevitable fate of this ship and every other thing ever made. Fall apart. Same with you or I. It'll happen eventually. Make sure you don't regret it. Any of the things that you did leading up to it, of course, I mean. Of course, you can't regret something when you're a rotted corpse. Or maybe you can. I'd love to be surprised on the matter. Am I missing something? I feel like I'm missing something. No, I did that already. There I go. Second guessing myself again. Got a nice little thing there. I guess it was from Return of the Jedi. Shows what I know. Fake fan, I know. Fake fan. Look at that. Those are all the pieces. Got our excess parts here. I could win. Ladies and gentlemen, that is the end of our show. Let's get a proper shot of this. As always, thank you for watching. And thank you for listening. Just this once. That had a better effect. That looked a lot better in my head.